Let's take a look at the regular old Tiger Warriors. So far, I haven't really featured them in a video because I experienced myself and others in this early access time period. They are not exactly wildly cost effective, and I guess Ogres is maybe not the faction you would expect them to be great against, but there are plenty of chaff infantry to potentially cut through in this matchup. And so we're going to see how these Tiger Warriors perform at the command of Bob here. He's got a Sawai, Boss Speaker of Beasts, a cannon, a couple of Tiger Warriors dual hand weapons, a couple of Stalkers, and a couple of Tiger Warriors. Just trying to Tiger Max here for the content. Not that this is necessarily a super competitive build, but yeah, I mean, other than actually the Stalkers, I do think that potentially the regular Tiger Warriors could have a place in this matchup. But let's see. For myself, playing as the Ogres today, I've got a Thunder Tusk, Fire Belly, and a Paymaster as the Lord. Some Pigback Riders, a couple of them, a bunch of Noblars, Slingers, and 4 Lead Belchers with the Sky Crushers for a nice elite heavy hitter. And speaking of elite heavy hitting, we're just going to go straight in here. See that the volley from the Stalkers actually does a decent amount of damage to the Thunder Tusk. If they had more ammunition, it'd probably be pretty decent. But yeah, this unit of Tiger Warriors is going to be subjected to a nasty, big, monstrous charge. We had a nice burning head to open things up as well. So already this pocket for me feeling pretty good over here. These Tiger Warriors also get face charged by the Sky Striders, then overrun into more Tiger Warriors. This is far too many, like, relatively high damage weapon strength models for me to stand around it for too long. Definitely need to get the Sky Striders moving from there. I've got some Nobblers there to follow up, so get things rolling. Cash Cascade on the other side as the Tiger Warriors are fighting. You can see that the anti-large variant punishing the Thunder Tusk pretty hard here already. It's taking a lot of damage. Fire Belly and the Cash Master. Yes, let's go with that. So far, haven't taken too much damage. I'm going to switch the Sky Striders over onto the Grand Cannon. Currently putting in some furious work on my Lead Belchers. Also some Peasant Horsemen and Crowmen, like they had, or Celestial Lion summoned rather. Going back there to try and deal with things, but yeah, here we're gonna see Tigers get a pretty decent engagement. Halberds are gonna disengage here, but the dual hand weapon variants gonna stick around, fight some of these lighter Noblar troops, and should do a pretty decent job of actually getting some kills here. I'm gonna keep their unit card up as we kind of swing around and survey the rest of the battlefield. Their kills are ticking up pretty quickly, which is nice to see. Sky Strider's going to come for a little hammer and anvil charge in the back of Tiger Warriors over here. While the Ogre Lords, they have a grand old time. Yeah. Definitely see the difference in size there when the Sawai is next to them. But right now, he's doing a really nice job fighting that Thunder Tusk. Iron Claws here, not going quietly into that good night. Stalkers also fighting some, getting some value, nothing crazy. But over here, yeah, this unit of Tiger Warriors able to best some Noblars and some Pigback Riders, which, you know, you definitely hope to take a deep both from those units, but still pretty solid overall. I don't think they paid for themselves regardless, but breaking 100 plus kills, nice to see. This unit here has got 0 kills because they just got absolutely blasted by Thunder Tusk, and that is sort of an issue of this unit type in general. You know, I guess you could call them dual hand weapon shock infantry, just on how you want to really define it, but the unit class that you do see use sometimes, but it's a unit class that's very easy to take damage on, right? They have relatively low melee defense usually, usually low armor as well, so they're just vulnerable to shock charges from monsters and cavalry and magic and everything else that can really blast a unit and get it off the field very quickly. Speaking of blasting, my Lead Belchers have been able to stay alive and continue blasting from downtown as the Paymaster is going to continue fighting here. The Boss Speaker of Beasts taking some big damage from the Thunder Tusk, does manage to get the Celestial Lion summon off. How he uses that there. That's why also hunting down the Lead Belcher models that remain, trying to just get whatever he can off the field. There are a handful of Tiger Warriors still remaining over here as well, so Cathay looking somewhat grim, but also has done a lot of damage to units, especially as the Thunder Tusk gets ganged up on here. Then ganged up on. actually in a 1v3, but just taking damage from the Celestial Lion, which of course being summoned makes it very, very cost effective to be able to deal some damage there. A little Flock of Doom on these Noblar Flingers. And yeah, Leadwell's just going to tee off on the relatively healthy Tiger Warrior there. That's why managed to get surrounded by the Sky Striders. Not taking a ton of damage, honestly. While the Thunder Tusk, Law Speaker shows up. Nice devastating flanker charge. With the Roar also helping to break leadership. Thunder Tusk is actually broken there, which is pretty nice. But yeah, the arc of the Lead Belchers continues to stay alive, and unfortunately the Tiger Warriors gonna get completely blasted here. Ends up being actually pretty close, but too many not super cost-effective Tiger Warriors. Bob's build, of course, again, it's not like you shouldn't take this as like a super meta build. Experimenting, trying stuff out, seeing what works, what doesn't. And the Celestial Lion, it looks like, actually might finish off the Paymaster here. Gonna grab his Opal Amulet, and ooh, the summon timer runs out just in time, honestly. Another couple of hits, and he might have gotten routed off there. With that summon dropping, yeah, you can see that the units for Cathay are starting to hit critical army losses. Iron Claws, Sawai not quite able to finish off the Sky Striders there, but yeah, I mean, other than the ambushers, you know, obviously being traded out for just like more Peasant Horsemen or other ways to kind of pressure the Lead Belcher backline. I actually really like I mean, obviously the Iron Claws, they're anti-large, this is large focused factions, they're always going to be good here. But yeah, the Tiger Warriors, even though one of them got completely blasted and the other one that actually got a good engagement technically didn't pay for itself, I do think that there's maybe a place for them in this matchup since they can just cut up a number of Noblars. And yeah, I mean, they have high enough weapon strength also that I'd imagine they trade okay against Bulls. Maybe not great because they themselves don't have much armor. But yeah, sad to see. I mean, again, it's a relatively small sample size. I'm sure there are players who are going to get these guys to work very well. But I just, again, in comparison to other units in this class, which are already tricky to execute well, these guys with their increased cost over, you know, like Berserkers, yeah, I mean, War Dancers, a lot of units in that class. Again, they don't see a ton of use anyway, multiplayer and regular multiplayer. So, the Cathay is a faction that can sometimes struggle with dealing with infantry at times, but it's nice to get some options for that from Magic perspective, with Lords of Magic, obviously. I don't think the Tiger Warriors are going to be a super potent tool, that tool belt, but still, I think, again, I think people will be able to make them work in certain situations. I just fighting hard to do so. And from Creative Assembly's perspective, just a small nerf to their cost, or a small, I guess it would buff, but a small reduction to their cost would make them very much more cost effective. I definitely don't think they would be broken OP or anything. Made them like 800 points, 750 or 800 gold cost for your army. I think they would be excellent at price range, but as they are right now at 900, they're just going to struggle to pay for themselves. So either a stat bump or something else. But you can see the Peasant Horsemen here with 1100 value. I mean, you just switch the Stalkers out for more Peasant Horsemen, and this build actually gets quite a bit of teeth, I think. Becomes quite scary. Yeah, maybe just switch these two out for like 3 Peasant Horsemen. Go forward with these two almost. Yeah, that would make this build actually pretty scary from my perspective. I mean, it's a basic Ogre build, not really to talk about here. Lead Belcher's very good in this matchup. Did a nice job. My 2 elites, despite taking a lot of damage, also able to dish out some damage, so there you go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.